What's up guys, your boy TBC, I'm back and I want to go ahead and thank you guys so much for the amazing support you gave me on our last Sonic Forces discussion video where we basically talked about MO in Sonic Forces. If you missed that video, I'll put a link in the description below so you can check that video out. If you want to go ahead and see that video, link in the description once again. But today we're going to be talking about something that people have been asking me a lot more of, and it's containing mostly the Sonic Forces, and is the game still hyped? Is there still momentum? Can this game still be able to be a great Sonic game? Now, if you basically recall, there was one point in time where we weren't getting no information regarding Sonic Forces, and I even made a video about it where was the information. Now we're getting tids and tids and tids of info regarding Sonic Forces, and some of it is really just not really going to people's liking. And in this video, I basically want to talk about that really quick. Now, before we begin, you're probably saying, TBC, end of the day, what do you think? Are you still hyped for Sonic Forces? Yeah, Sonic is one of my favorite video game franchises of all time. Of course, I am still very excited about this game, and I want this game to do well. But at the same time, me as a person who makes videos for regarding Sonic Forces, I love to hear people's opinions and their thoughts. And even though people can disagree, I'm still one of the type of people that's kind of like, that's how you feel. I like to hear what others think. And so you let me know in the comment section below real quick. Are you still hyped for Sonic Forces? Love to know what you think. So let's go ahead and begin. One of the few complaints I've been basically seeing was, of course, the #1 thing, Classic Sonic. Classic Sonic, everyone's felt indifferent towards that character being the inclusion since the original trailer. Since we basically saw Sonic Forces, some people are like, why is Classic Sonic here? And I can't even sugarcoat it. I don't quite understand the significance of this character being here when he does have Sonic Mania coming out. Do I hate the idea? No, but at the same time, it's like, okay. And then plus two, if you've been paying attention to gameplay, Eggman mentions that this is a different dimension Sonic. So it's like, okay, this isn't, I can assume that this isn't the original classic Sonic that we saw, or classic Sonic that we saw in Sonic Generations. And I'm trying to, if it's different dimension, we dealing with dimensions now, not generations. Perhaps the game was called Sonic Dimensions, but okay, this classic Sonic should talk. But that's been one of the things too, and that killed a lot of momentum for people. Next thing is the OC character, which has been a lot of people's, because like I said, OC character has mixed opinions with people. There's more of a positive aspect with it, but at the same time, there's a lot of people who are just saying, Sega, why would you ever give the people the ability to do that? Now, me as a whole, like I said, I don't really hate the idea of an OC character. 10 years ago, I would have done a backflip about this. I'm still one of the type of people that, as long as there's other people who are happy for it, and I may not be necessarily like the most excited about it, it's an option, it's something to basically do, and who knows, I might end up liking it. I don't like to sit there and crap talk anything like that, but a lot of people just say, oh, I'm feeling different towards this game simply because of the fact that there's an OC characters within the Sonic, within this game. The next thing that I just been seeing people just saying that just kind of just throwing them off and not even caring much for this game is basically Green Hill Zone. Now, like I said, I don't really feel indifferent towards Green Hill Zone. It's a Sonic game. You're always going to get some sort of stage that's very similar to it, or some stage that's basically just like it with green grass. It may be called something different, but it's kind of Green Hill Zone. And my take on that is just like, well, like I said, when we first saw the first ever Green Hill Zone, it was basically Nintendo Switch version, and if you guys don't know, the Nintendo Switch version of the game kind of has a little lack in detail, not as much as the Xbox One, the PS4, or the PC version. It just has a little bit of lack in detail. It's probably the Hedgehog engine not being pushed specifically on the console, not running at its highest frame rate just yet. That's actually in the demo people play, that's what they actually come across here. But ain't no doubt in my mind it's not going to be souped up to match the PS4, Xbox One, and PC ports. But Green Hill Zone was a lot of a killer for a lot of people simply because they felt Sega's nostalgia pandering too much. And if you ask me on Green Hill Zone, as long as you make it different enough, and like I said previously in the Green Hill Zone video, if you can make the stages so it would have speed, which they basically did in platforming, and you saw the difference with that. I mean, like, that Green Hill Zone to me honestly looks a lot different than the Green Hill Zone we got in Sonic Generations. So I guess it's pretty much just subjective when it comes to people, but Green Hill Zone being there isn't necessarily a hype killer for me. But some people I can basically, I can see where they're coming from with it. It's like, oh wow, that stage makes you feel indifferent with some people. But that's also a big complaint that I've been seeing too a lot lately. And the last but not least, it's the overall concept. And this is something that people have been saying consistently, and let me clarify what I mean by that. Basically, the same construct of this story, with time being a place, classic Sonic being here, villains returning, that 3 of them were in Sonic Generations. It's kind of difficult to kind of, you know, deflect that opinion. And I would basically say that even with your own original OC character, Sega has a lot to explain and to do, and I think all this will be explained pretty well within the story, which I really think that needs to be, you know, talked about also. And a lot of people, while we're out there and talking about the story in general, is the fact that a lot of people lost interest in this game, considering that it's made by the same writers who make Sonic Colors. Now, I will straight up be honest to say that the dialogue within Sonic Colors, to me, it was pretty funny, somewhat. It was somewhat funny. I won't say it was like, oh, it's hilarious. It was a chuckle. It was a lighthearted sort of feel. And we're talking about a really cool blue hedgehog that runs fast. And I guess to them, they never really, and I was told they never played the previous Sonic game, so they wouldn't know the exact way to write this character. But at the same time, the whole reuse of the assets, the concept, because Sega has a tendency, and we all know this, if something has worked in the past, Sega will kind of do it again. Like Wisp were successful in Colors, so we got them back in Lost World, which they had a negative reaction, but we got them back in there. The boost mechanic was successful within Unleashed, and it was really pretty much, I personally think, perfected to, or did well in Sonic Colors, and it appeared back within the modern Sonic gameplay. If something works, Sega has a tendency to consistently do it, and Sonic Generations did a pretty good numbers within the fan base, well within reviewers, and I guess they decided to reuse that concept. I mean, if you really take time to think about it, this game does really kind of do that. But with this go around, I think the story can clarify this. If we just wait and let the story basically do that, I think that'll actually help. This is my opinion some of this stuff, and there's some of the complaints that I've been hearing. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about it. On this show, we cover a lot of Sonic Forces, news, discussions, or anything like that. If you can hit me up and like button, helps out on greatly, support your boy tremendously. I would love to know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. And later, guys, please have an amazing weekend. Sponsor every time you view this video. Keep sipping on what you drive, man. Later, Banana Agent. Bye, guys. Peace.
Who am I? And why can't I remember anything? And who is this Maria? Look how pathetic they are. I don't have time for these humans.
As you can see, the day of reckoning will soon be here. Find the 7 Chaos Emeralds and bring them to me as promised.
Huh? Who are you, and how do you know I'm Shadow? And what are you talking about? Just what was that all about? If he says he knows the truth about who I am, then like it or not, I have to believe him. The only way I'm gonna get the secrets to my past is to get those Chaos Emeralds.
You know, I gotta do a little black screen talk. If you're still excited for Sonic Forces, that's what's up. It's a Sonic game. At the end of the day, I want you to be happy for what you want to be happy about. I want you to basically be satisfied. Like I said, I'm still excited about the game, even though there's so many complaints coming towards this game that people are saying this is killing the hype, this is killing my momentum, it's killing me caring about the game. Me, like I said, I'm perfectly just ready to get this game. I'm hoping that that we get some information more and more to clarify, but real quick, also what's fresh on my mind, I'm not very good at names, so pardon me if I get this wrong here. The dude name was Ken Pontac. Hopefully I got his name right. He's saying this is he's one of the writers. There's another dude named Warren, I forgot his last name, but apparently he worked on everything that basically had the current Sonic voice cast in there, you know, Sonic free riders, etc. I'm actually, like, you got the same, who knows, maybe they learned from their mistakes, and I'm not going to sit there and judge their work. Maybe they have learned from their mistakes, but, you know, like I said, the writing in Generations wasn't really that bad to me. Sonic Lost World writing was pretty alright. You know, they try to go for a little darker story, a darker tone with Eggman. I'm gonna eat a Yeti's heart. Like, that's so edgy. Let me stop. But maybe they, you know, can get better writing. I'm hoping for the writing because Sonic. I hope we get a story very like similar to Unleashed, because I really like how grand of a scope that story was, and the Adventure 2. Who knows? Maybe they can have some excellent writing here. But this will explain why my boy Roger Craig Smith has been given those cheesy voice lines. I swear. But at least in Sonic Boom, the cartoon, Roger Craig Smith is doing bumpers in there. Like I said, I like Roger Craig Smith. I like Roger Craig Smith. He's an amazing voice actor to me. But that's all I had to say. Yeah, have an amazing day. You know, peace out. Play that intro, TBC. Just get it.